What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to talk to you about a stimulus check update for May the 12th. Now, this should be a very simple update, not too long. I don't want to make anything that's crazy long, over 10 minutes to get, mid-roll ads and things like that. But I did just want to give you an update so everybody knows exactly what's going on right now. But before I start, hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. And I do giveaways every week. Check out the giveaway up in the cards. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the deadline that the IRS has set for May 13th. You want to make sure you hit that deadline if you have a direct deposit. So if you want to enter your bank account information on the Get My Payment tool, you need to make sure you enter your bank account information like now. You want to basically meet that deadline of May 13th. Don't let it wait and procrastinate. And I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. So make sure you meet that deadline. That's an important deadline for a lot of people, especially if you don't want to receive a regular check, which may take another month or two to get to you, depending on when they actually send it. Also, SSI to receive checks around May 13th as well. So I've heard of some SSI recipients receiving their money earlier and some that are getting dates of May 13th. And I would imagine that some are probably going to get some afterwards. So just know around that date, that's when you'll receive it if you have not received it yet. Also check the Get My Payment tool to see if your information is in there, if they did give you that date. Some veterans are actually receiving checks. I received some comments saying, hey, I'm a veteran, I received checks. I didn't really confirm with them if they filed taxes, because if you're a veteran, you file taxes, I understand why you got your check. But if you're just a veteran, you're a non-filer, then that's where it's going to be a little bit tricky, and that's where we get into that situation. So if you're a non-filer veteran, then please, let me know. That's where I really want to know if you have received your check, just so I can look at everybody's situation and say, hey, veterans receive their checks. Also, Trump is really pushing these payroll tax cuts, and I understand how that would help out a lot of people that are working, but it wouldn't help out the 33 million Americans that are unemployed. And not to mention the millions of Americans that are underemployed. So with him pushing these, he really doesn't want to make any moves on the second round of stimulus. So if you really want something in the form of money in your hands, we kind of have to wait for these payroll tax cuts at least, and then also, business liability insurance as well. So that's something that you need to look forward to hearing about. And if you hear anything about that passing, then we can look forward into stimulus checks and money into people's hands. Also, like I said, 33 million Americans are unemployed. That's absolutely crazy, and we need to do something about this now. You have businesses that are going out of business, not going out of business, but filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and that's just, horrible to see that businesses are doing that, and that's just because people aren't spending money. With no people to spend money, the consumer spending is down. And what runs GDP, 60, 70% of GDP, I don't really know the actual statistic, but it's high, is consumer spending. So you need to make sure that people are employed and people that have money. So if you get money into their hands, they're going to spend that money. It's going to go right back into our economy. It's not going to be wasted. So people say that, these bills are going to cost a lot. It's not going to be wasted. And we'll get into that at the end. Also, the Emergency Money for the People Act petition has 134K signatures. Get that up to 200K. Just, obviously you don't really have to do anything after 100K because it gets, put in front of the White House. They don't really have to say too much about it, but they do have to respond. So that's interesting. Also, more Democrats are signing on to the Emergency Money for the People Act, which is definitely a good thing to have more people backing it. But, without having any people on the other side, the Republican side, it's not really helping anyone out. So I would like to be able to see people from both sides, from all sides to, come together and, make this decision and say, hey, the people need stimulus checks. And the last thing that I have here is the fact that they're saying that the Emergency Money for the People Act will cost $4.5 trillion. Actually, that's not accurate. They're saying this just because they don't want people to pass it, that it's going to put us in debt. And it's not accurate. With the money going into people's hands, it's going to go right back into our economy, which is going to create more spending. And, it's just going to keep moving. So it's not money that leaves our system. It's not money that, people are just sitting here saying, hey, you know what, I'm just going to invest. There's a lot of people that are in dire situations, and a lot of people that I see on YouTube are making a claim for the fact that some people really don't need it. Yes, some people don't need it, but others, just because they had $100,000 a year job doesn't mean they didn't lose that job and they were living paycheck to paycheck. So there's a lot of instances like that. If you have 70% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, I mean, you're going to see a lot of people, whether they're in a higher income bracket or a lower income bracket, get completely derailed here. So that's what I'm looking at. That's my stimulus check update for May the 12th. It's not anything really new, just giving you a full update on what the picture looks like right now. And hopefully we get some good news soon. I really hope that we get some sort of stimulus check to go to a lot of people, in poorer communities and, just help them out. I see so many people that are like, I need this money. I can't, live without it right now. I mean, I lost my job, I lost everything. I'm about to lose my house. This is horrible. I don't want to see anything like this. And I know I'm not in that situation, and I don't know what they're truly going through. The only thing I can understand is exactly where they are or where they will be, because I was at that point, as a child, but I've never been at that point as an adult, and I couldn't imagine being at that point. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you my quick stimulus check update. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And I do a giveaway every week. Check out the video in the cards, and you'll hear all about it, and hopefully you can enter this week. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna have to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.